Good evening, everybody. Hello, and welcome to This Xbox Life, episode 342. More delays. 342. Hey, 343 next weekend, or next week. That's
Oh, yeah.
exciting. Yeah.
But you know what wasn't delayed, though,
You?
was episode 342.
Oh, yes, exactly. Yes. So, I am Brun, BJ Swick 33, along, we got the whole crew this week. We got Rob.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Rob, also known as Presar on Xbox Live.
And back this week, everybody missed you dearly. Mark. Is Mark. Mark?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
So, everybody missed you dearly. So,
No, they didn't.
oh, every time somebody came in, they're like, where's Mark? Where's Mark?
Hey, there's a white stripe through my camera. What the heck?
I told you before that you're just doing that to, pick at me.
Oh, I have only begun to pick at you.
Oh,
Hey,
boy.
we tried to keep it. We knew that you didn't want us to talk about Star Wars and stuff
Boom.
coming to.
Bringing time for the pain train, baby.
What's the game that we're not supposed to mention on the show anymore?
Disney Infinity 3.0,
Well, see,
baby.
We're not allowed to mention it, but he just did. So we knew how upset you were.
Oh,
but,
whatever, dude.
So that was fun. It was a good time. Rob and I had fun.
We did.
Yeah, we did miss
It's
you. Though.
probably the worst show I think I've ever seen. So.
Oh, now people said they liked the show, but everybody that did come
Then
in.
why did everybody unsubscribe?
Oh, nobody unsubscribed. Everybody was good.
No,
to
that was
go.
just Mark.
I was watching. It was the lowest number of followers ever in the show, in a live show. I was like, yep, it's because I'm not here. They all left. No, I'm just kidding.
No, a lot of people.
You guys
were...
did a good job, except for the slamming the Disney stuff and blaspheming and lying about it.
Well, no, we're excited about it. We just know that you don't want it. So.
Dude,
It's going to be, Disney Infinity is going to be the most money sunk game that Mark's going to have this year.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm scared, dude, because I'm gonna buy it. I already know it, and what I'm worried about is, I mean, think of how many characters that are just in that one franchise, and they can put those out at $30 a piece, and I'm gonna want to buy them all, or I think they're more than that. I think $35 a piece for those kits.
Oh, wow.
And then it's just, and then I'm wondering, like, are we going to have the Skylanders issue where they're going to have, only so many of certain kinds are only available at certain retailers? So I'm going to feel the need to have every one of them.
Yeah. The
I
GameStop
hated-
exclusives and who knows what else.
Dude, I was going to like Best Buys and Walmarts in different cities. Like, anytime we were somewhere else, like I remember we were down visiting my wife's parents, and I'm like, I gotta run. I hit all the stores there, trying to find stuff I hadn't found back home. So I don't want to go through that, and I don't want to spend $1,000, but I can see that it's going to happen. So I'm really scared. I'm excited for the game. I want to see more though. I want to see what the gameplay is going to be like, because I haven't messed with any of the Disney Infinity stuff. And but this is, I don't care about the Marvel, don't care about the Disney stuff. My kids would probably like the Disney stuff. Maybe, I don't know. I've offered to buy the thing for them, and no one seems to care. They all like Skylanders, so.
Right.
But yeah, this is going to be tough for me to avoid.
Yeah. Everybody in there obviously knew all the sarcasm that was spewing out of us when we're saying that, oh, Mark doesn't want us to talk about it. He's not buying that game for his kids or anything. So, Ninja, we were talking about Disney Infinity when we were cracking on Wing last week. So,
Yeah.
And it's funny, Ninja, because every time it's like you snuck into the episode and then you yell, I'm back. You would not be a very good ninja. Kidding. But yeah, so no big announcements other than we are on our second Wednesday. We did get a comment, I think, in Facebook. Who was it that made the comment? It's like,
Griffey.
What's that?
Griffey 95,
Yeah,
I believe.
yeah, Griffey. He's like, it's weird working on Monday, not listening to the show. So, but you get to work on Thursday and listen to the show. But and we have a couple emails because it seemed it took us a little bit to get the MP3 out this week, there was an issue, which wasn't an issue because what it was my machine didn't have Twitch muted in the background. So what happened is Twitch commercial came on right in the middle of the intro music, and it sounded like feedback. So Rob thought it was some weird feedback, but what it was the Twitch thing coming
No,
through.
it wasn't that.
Oh, it wasn't?
No, because we had the show audio delayed by about 15, 20 seconds feeding back into it.
Oh, I wonder where that came from.
I don't know.
That's weird. Oh, and I'm not actually recording this week. I forgot to start
Oh,
up
you're
the
not?
Audacity.
Oh,
Oh,
Looks like we're taking the other audio.
yep. Looks
Better
like
work.
it.
So, well, we'll get to see how it sounds. See if it sounds good after we've done some audio changes. So, and we'll see what it's like. But all right. So, gentlemen, another week of gaming has been set, put behind us. What did you guys play this week?
Here, I'll start off. So, for me, didn't do a whole lot of gaming, but the gaming that I did do was with Wolfenstein, the Old Blood. Fantastic game. Love it, love it, love it. I was a huge fan of the first game. This is more of the deliciousness that is Wolfenstein. Just got it doesn't have as many one-liners and I'd say probably not as much humor as or sarcasm as the original, but it's still that gameplay that I got to love, and I got more, and I can't wait. I can't wait to have even more with Wolfenstein 2 or whatever they're going to come out with. So if you couldn't tell, I think it's a great game. Then also I played a tiny bit of Assassin's Creed China. This is the side-scrolling game that they came out, which was originally supposed to be like a DLC pack or something, part of the season pass that got revoked. They released this thing, what, about 2 weeks ago, 1 or 2 weeks ago. It's interesting. The jury's still out on that one. I kind of like some of the gameplay. It's kind of like stealth mode, platformer, going around trying to get around guards, taking people out, hiding in shadows. It's got some interesting elements, although I think I'm finding that it pales in comparison to Wolfenstein. And that's about it for me.
Some people say compare the Assassin's Creed China game to Mark of the Ninja, I think it is, but they said it's not as good as Mark of the Ninja because that is
Okay.
that game is fun. If you haven't played that yet, try it out. It's on the
Okay.
360.
Okay.
So, but what game collection's getting old? The 360 game collection?
no, the picture.
Yeah, I know. So, I was thinking about that today, but seeing that XSplit crashed on me like 5 times today, I did not have time to change images because I want to actually make them bigger and take up more of the screen as well. So,
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what's behind it. I almost want to get that thing moved so I can see the actual image behind it.
that is the building in the Division.
That's what I thought.
Dun dun dun.
Dun-dun.
So, yeah. Oh, there we go. All right. Mark, why don't you go next? I'll go last.
I was out of town, so I have not played much, but I did play the only thing I have played is Neverwinter. Um, I don't know. I can't stop playing that game, and I plan tonight after we're recording to get back and play some more tonight. So I don't know what it is, man. I really like the game. I was actually looking today. I was trying to find some information on Elder Scrolls Online, trying to see if maybe I want to dabble, in that arena when that thing comes out. But there's so much to Neverwinter. I just almost think, what's the point? There's so much to this game. It's unbelievable. I think I could be playing it for hundreds and hundreds of hours and not see everything. And we got some even more interesting news on it later. But that's all I've been playing.
All right. And so the last couple weeks, man, I've just been super busy, and it has not stopped. So but I did get to play about a half hour to an hour of Destiny yesterday, I think it was, or the day before. I can't remember. I think it was the day before. So Monday, I got to play an hour or so of a game. So it was Destiny. Um, I'll probably be playing more of that next week once or if the expansion comes out. So more about that later. But all right. So we're already ready for the round table, but before we get to the round table, Patreon. We are on Patreon. Patreon.com/this Xbox Life to become a patron. So you can get out there. It's just one of the 2 or 3 ways that you can support the show if you would like. That is more of a monthly subscription, different tiers. We have to get a hold of some of the people that are in the tier to get them on the show.
We only have one. And that's Democulus, and he works. He can't get on at these hours, so he's been on before. He's not concerned. I've talked to him about it, but whenever he gets an opportunity, probably his next vacation, he's going to join us.
Oh, okay, all right. I just want to make sure that we're not forgetting to hold up on our end. And outside of that, if you want to send us a tip, you can go to twitchalerts.com/donate/this Xbox Life. And of course, the video you're watching now, if you just scroll down a little bit, let me get my finger in the camera, scroll down a little bit, you'll see links to everything there. All right,
and if you donate, right, the donation puts your name up on the screen there at the bottom, I believe, correct?
Yes, it will. Hopefully it stays for the next person that does it, because you did it and it went away, and I don't know if it's because I moved the program to another spot in my computer or what, but we'll see later. Another reason why the system was probably crashing on me is I was going to be playing through the 8 to 10 minute gameplay video of the new Assassin's Creed Syndicate, because it was announced. I was going to be playing it now, but I can't. So yeah, I could try to add it right now, but I'm afraid to. We're just going to keep like this.
We don't want to mess with multiple shows.
Yes. But the reason why I was going to play it, of course, is Assassin's Creed Syndicate was announced this week. It's no secret that we're not going to get another Assassin's Creed. One thing I did like about the announcement of this, or prior to the gameplay video that we saw, is that it kind of was the development group going into Unity and kind of saying, you know what, we, kind of screwed up. Or maybe it wasn't that they screwed up, it's that, maybe they failed us or something like that. Kind of touching on the points like, hey, Unity was big, biggest place ever, a lot of things to do, this and that, and then, yes, there was bugs, there was glitches, there was problems. I think I even had some of the problems, but my problems that I was mainly concerned with was all the different apps that you had to have to unlock, chests here, chests there, but like the ones where the faces were completely gone and all you saw was like teeth and eyeballs and stuff like that, like those type of glitches, I never really bumped into those. And I had fun with that game. I had a good bit, some time into that game, and I had a lot of fun with it. So I'm actually kind of excited for Syndicate, but it's another one of those yearly franchises. It's crazy, Not that they're only taking a year to develop for it, but year after year after year, another Assassin's Creed. So, but are you guys interested at all?
Not me. I got off the Assassin's Creed bandwagon, I think, whatever the one before Black Flag was. Was that Brotherhood or
4?
No, Black Flag was 4.
Right? There was 4, and then there was 4 Black Flag, I believe.
I don't even know.
The one that was in the U.S. during the Revolutionary War and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe that was 4.
Yeah, I can't remember if I even made it through that game. I think I did. I just play the base game, but I don't know. I just got bored. It feels like, to me, every one of those games is identical. It's just a different skin/story, but you're still doing the same thing. So I just got kind of bored with it. I think if it was a little further spaced out, maybe it would be a little bit better. But yeah, and I feel the same way again about the Call of Duties and the Battlefields, and I'm getting kind of tired of the same thing. And I think that's, I don't know, maybe it's just too many years playing that stuff, getting bored with it. Maybe that's why I'm enjoying Neverwinter. It's something completely different.
Yeah.
Even though it's still each mission is go here, do something, go back. It's tons of walking back and forth. I really am annoyed by that, but
Yeah.
it's different gameplay. So, but yeah, the Assassin's Creed. I didn't even look at the video. I just don't have an interest in it.
Yeah. So Ninja was saying the one was Assassin's Creed 3, 4 was Black Flag. So he was helping us out on that.
Yeah,
so,
was it Brotherhood? I don't think had a number.
It was well, there's Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Revelations,
That's
3,
it, and then 3.
4 Black
So
Flag.
3 was actually 5.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I
4
think
is actually 6.
I think Brotherhood wasn't it Assassin's Creed 2 Brotherhood? I don't know. I can't remember. I know now there's
Brotherhood was a separate one. It was
Yeah.
after Assassin's Creed 2.
well, I think but I thought it was like Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood. So it was like a different game, but I don't know. All I know now is like they're taking the number out of it. Now it's Assassin's Creed Syndicate. So they're being smart about it and removing the number cuz you don't need another number. Black Flag was really good. It's really weird because I think it might be the same group developing it. But it's almost like it's every other. Every other game's good. So like 1 wasn't good, 2 was awesome, Brotherhood was awesome, Revelations was 3 was okay, 4 was good, Unity is, I guess it's up for grabs. This one here is set in Syndicate is set in London, which is pretty interesting, and it's I don't know. It's going to be. I'll definitely play it. Will I own it? I don't know. I mean, I did get Unity for free with my Xbox, so that was kind of one of those things. Hi, White. He says hello. But yeah. So I watched the video. It looks nice. They changed up some of the fighting. It looks very big. Of course, they said they got, instead of just horses and stuff, you can get in whatever they are. I don't want to say chariots because I don't think that's what they are, but horse-drawn carriages and stuff like that, so you can ride those around, hide in them, so on and so on. And they said that you can actually travel around the city faster than ever because of the vehicle that you have. But it's something that, if you like Assassin's Creed, it definitely looks like they are trying to do right on this one. And not that they weren't on Unity. I don't want to make it sound like they weren't, but it sounds to me like they're like, you know what? We tried to do too much stuff in Unity. They tried to do that multiplayer thing. Like, this one doesn't have the multiplayer or anything in it. I think they're just going back to the basics. Good story, good game, and going from there. So I think it's a good idea, and we'll see what they do. So, all right. Anything else on that one? So we can move to the next one, which seems to be kind of a bigger situation.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So, what do we have coming out this year besides Halo 5?
Forza 6.
Okay. Any other?
Is that
Call
this
of
year?
Duty 27.
Yeah, the Call of Duty's coming out. Halo's coming out. There isn't a Battlefield. We may find out more during E3, obviously, if anything's coming out this year or this fall. Halo's obviously the big one as far as franchise.
When was E3? Was that in 3 weeks?
Yeah,
Or is it 4 weeks from now?
16,
the 18th, something like
17,
that.
18,
Okay, so
something like
about 4 weeks.
that. Yeah. So we'll find out more, but, there was always this lingering thing overhead of, like, when are we getting 2 different games from Ubisoft? You had Siege. Is that right?
Ooh, Tomb Raider 2, by the way.
Oh, Tomb Raider. Yep.
Ooh.
Siege, Tom Clancy's. Is that what it is? Siege? Is that the name of it? I think about that?
Yeah, Rainbow Six Siege.
Yep, Rainbow Six, and then obviously the big one that I know I'm waiting for, The Division. So, in Ubisoft fashion, you guys will never guess what happened.
Bet I could.
Well, it is Ubisoft, so it's being delayed. So we kind of have to, or I, especially myself, have to really think about this because I've made some comments in the past that once a game gets delayed 2, 3, 4 times, in my book, you might as well write it off because it's not going to be worth anything. But the counter argument typically is, well, they're doing it to make it good. You know, they're taking their time with it, this and that. And Ubisoft seems to be the only company that when they delay a game or whatever, typically when it comes out, it's good. You know, it doesn't seem to be like completely horrible.
Assassin's Creed Unity not in that group.
Not in that group. Yeah, that's one of the first times because even before that it was
But you are right.
yeah, what's the other Tom
Ubisoft
Clancy?
has a really good track record.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, with this game, I'd rather, you know, and I'll make the same statement as some of the other people I've heard. Hey, I'd rather them take their time to make it good if it's going to be, you know, if it's going to make it good. And Ubisoft always
Right.
delays twice before they release a game. So this, I think, is the third delay for The Division.
The only frustrating part I have is that they announce these things so early, and then they delay them, then they delay them, then they delay them, and then by the time it actually comes out, it's like, do I even care anymore?
Right.
Like Rainbow Six Patriots, it ended up getting canceled. That's an Ubisoft title.
Yeah.
Quantum Break, it was something I wanted. Now it's just like, it's not even coming out this year, right? We don't even know. It's just like I've kind of given up. It's like whatever, you know. The hype is gone. It's like they've sucked it all out. This is one I was really excited about, and it's just all we've heard from it since is delay. We don't have any new information in the last year other than delay, delay, delay.
Right.
And I mean, think about it. If this is the third delay, and we don't have anything outside of what we saw at E3 last year, what I mean, did they even make any progress? It's not like we've been seeing a lot of different stuff for like Rainbow Six Siege, and you know, we're seeing stuff on different, like Halo 5 is even showing us stuff, you know, whether it's in game or not. We're getting something. We get nothing out of the Division.
Right. And the one thing about this as well is, you know, they have shown it. It was announced a long time. You know, it's what, two E3s ago. I think it's been announced.
That's right. I think it
for.
was two. Yeah, it was two.
And the first delay was delaying it from what, last fall to sometime this year. And then the second delay,
I think it was to the early this year. Then it was delayed to holiday this year. And now it's till
yeah. So
spring of next year.
yeah, so it's still first quarter 2016. Now, really, what that does is it takes it out of the holiday season and puts it right smack into that March to April time frame, which is when we're like, oh man, we wish really good, you know, a couple really good games would release right about now. So not only are they getting time, it's only a couple months. So not only are they getting time to polish a little bit more, it puts it into a time frame where they're not bumping up against Call of Duty. They're not bumping up against Halo. Things like that. Those all get out of the way, and then this swoops in and you know, gets us playing a game in the early spring and stuff like that. So when I saw it was being delayed and it wasn't going for like a full year, it was just kind of getting pushed to the beginning of next year, I was kind of like, okay, not that bad. Because the game looks like it's doing a ton, and it's will, you know, most likely, you know, 90% sure we'll see something at E3, something more, you know, because it's got to be close to being, you know, finished. So, but you know, the article I'm looking at is more like delay be soft. That's what they call it. But
Delayed.
yeah, and the other thing I heard, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I also saw that Rainbow Six has also been delayed to early next year, or within the same fiscal year 2016. So maybe they're going to release that in the fall, and then Division will follow up in the spring. I'm not sure, but I read an article somewhere that it was talking about this, but then it was also, the Rainbow Six game. So we'll really have to see on that, because those are the next, besides those two games and Assassin's Creed, I don't know what else is coming from Ubisoft. So, but all right, you guys are still. I mean, I want to see more. I'm still excited for this game. It was my most anticipated game for this year, and obviously, might as well not anticipate it anymore. So
I just want to know more about it. I want to know what it is. It looked amazing, but what is it? That's the thing. We still don't. I think a lot of people speculated. It doesn't look to be. I don't think it's going to be like Splinter Cell Blacklist.
Oh, that's the game
that seem.
That's the other game that I was thinking they delayed, and when it came out, it was fantastic.
Oh, Blacklist is so awesome.
Yeah. Sorry.
But hold on. And he's back. I don't believe this is going to be a single player game. It sounds like this is going to be one of those online mishmash types of where everybody's you got to be online to play it.
Right.
So what is that going to mean? Is it just going to be playing against other? Is it PvP? Is it PvE? Are you going to have to worry about people coming in like in Watch Dogs, where they can come in and wreck your game, or you're in the middle, you're about to reach a point, and all of a sudden, blue, someone's chasing you because someone's coming in to screw your game over. And I always hated that. Is this going to be like an MMO? Is it like a shooter MMO? Is this going to be Destiny only taken to, like a mix of Call of Duty and Destiny, or I should say Splinter Cell and Destiny, because it really looks a lot like Blacklist, just the camera angles and, it's that third person, take cover type of thing. I think an MMO would be kind of cool. Now that I'm starting to play, I'm kind of getting in. I think having a character that you could build up and build stats and level up and get new armor and weapons and stuff. But, what is this game going to be? That's what I want to know. And they've had so many delays, and we still don't even really know what this game is. Right. So I hope they talk about it at E3 and give us some insight as to what this is really going to be. Is there a campaign? Is there a single player and a multiplayer and a co-op? Or is it all online? What can we expect?
Yeah, the one thing I was trying to get out, because I went back and watched the last E3, where it's like the person's on and gets a few of their buddies together, and they're kind of going and attacking the building that you see actually behind in our background.
And someone's like on a iPad or something too.
Well, yes, they were doing something, but it was like they were teaming up against AI, trying to capture this building, which then acts as the base.
Do we know if that was AI?
I believe it was AI, because they were running around dumb enough to be AI. I don't think real people would have ran around like that. But what it was like when they captured it, it was that person's base for their game. So it's almost like, well, okay, if I go help somebody else in their game, that means do I unlock it in my game? Or, you'll have things like that. And it does seem very Destiny-like in my mind, but better. So it'll be interesting because, if there's this big building and you have to play out this whole sequence, and I'm in, Mark, I'm in your game and we play it, and it's a place that I haven't beaten as well in my game, I would like to only have to do it once, to where, like, okay, in my game I've captured the same point that we captured in your game. So when I go into my game, I have it captured as well. But
it may not be my game versus your game if it's all online either.
Well, yeah, that was the one part that I did kind of, I thought I understood out of it, that it was like, okay, this is your world, your version, type of thing. But yeah, you're right. We need to see more, and hopefully, I agree with you. It'd be nice to know what in the world we are getting. So, but yeah. So with Destiny, I play that a lot. You're right. They did an okay, Ninja stated like Destiny didn't do a good job trying to make itself an MMO. agree and disagree kind of. I think they did a pretty good job on like the raids and
Grinding,
and stuff. Yeah,
grinding,
they definitely
grinding.
introduced the MMO grind and
Yes.
equipment and loadouts, and I mean they did okay making it themselves an MMO, but for what they did and being the first to kind of jump out there and do that, um, that is where I think the next version, the next Destiny 2 or whatever you want to call it, is going to be awesome. Because that type of game and also the Division, these are those new genre. Like if you think about how the first person shooter just skyrocketed and during the 360 lifespan, and that seemed to be the every type of game came out. I think the Division has a chance to introduce a new type of game that where everybody's going to follow. And so that's where if they need to delay to make it good, I really want them to take the time they need because I think the game that they're making is going to be somewhat groundbreaking. And you know, you don't have to throw 1,000. Look, here's 1,000 things you can do. You know, you don't have to have. Look at all these gadgets. Look at all this, all that. You have to just find something that's fun and let me do that 100, a million times, as long as it stays, keep it interesting, keep it fresh. So, but yeah, we'll see from there. Any thoughts? Todd asks, any thoughts on the new Fallout expected out? Yeah, the Fallout rumor. Side note for E3. There's the rumor that in E3 that Fallout is going to be announced during the press conference for, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Who's the developer for Fallout?
Bethesda?
The Bethesda, thank you. Bethesda has their own conference or something at E3, and the rumor is that it's going to be Fallout 4, and people are freaking out. So that's what everybody wants. That's what the fans want. I never really got into Fallout games, but I really do think I would have to try this one out. I was actually thinking about getting The Witcher 3, and getting a true MMO, or not an MMO, but a longer game, if you want to say, one of those types of games. Because I enjoyed Destiny and stuff like that. But once I saw, like, the people were like, oh, the game's really fun, but the fetch quests are just over, way out there. You have so many to do and this and that. I was like, never mind. It's like, you ruined me with that. I know there's fetch quests in a lot of these games, but when you said there's just too, when a guy plays these types of games says there's just too many, then it's not for me. So, but
Yeah, I tried Fallout 3 and I just didn't care for it. I didn't like the actual shooting system. I know a lot of people did, but I didn't care for that system. So I don't know. That was, again, it was one of those games that it was just like, I just don't follow what you're supposed to do. And there was a lot to it, but I know a lot of people love it and are excited about it. One of the things I was reading is they were saying, even if they announce it, they're not expecting it to be playable this year. So it's probably going to be, still a good length of time before the game comes out. And I think aren't they releasing Elder Scrolls Online here? I think that's Bethesda as well. So I don't know. It depends on how big their teams are. If they got different teams working them.
Well, that's the thing with Bethesda, and I can't remember what game they're saying. They're saying once they announced it, they said they released it in the fall. And
yeah, I don't
with
ever
them
recall
being
Bethesda having a long lead time. So my thought was if they're going to announce it at E3, it wouldn't surprise me to see it by the end of the year.
right.
But the article I'm reading off Tech Radar, they're saying don't expect it to be even playable this year.
Right. I don't know. Bethesda does release in December, typically. I think the last couple of games they had. So,
Rob, what about you, man? You're awful quiet today. You didn't mention nothing about Division or Fallout, or got to be something that interests you. And you're muted, Rob.
Yeah.
Like Fallout is, it's a game that definitely interests me. I just never had time to play it because I loved the original Fallout back in the PC, and what Eye of the Beholder. I think that was like the first that used that. And no, not Eye of the Beholder. There was another game that came before it that was more like D&D. But I just love those styles of games. And like I said, I never had time to play Fallout. It definitely interests me. I still don't think that the new one I'd have enough time to play it, but I love the like the storyline and the universe that it's created. And what it is.
What was that?
No idea.
Sorry, that was on my computer.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I just
But
probably drove a few people off our road.
yeah, but it's definitely something that I'd be interested in seeing just what it's all about and how they. And we all know what Fallout 3 was. What's the new one going to be like? What's going to be different? What are they going to bring to the game for the next generation consoles? And I only say next generation because the last one was on the old generation. So what are they going to do? That's what really interests me.
Sorry, I'm dealing with the troll that was in the room.
Nice.
So,
Don't click on his links. Come on.
well, I went over to Moobot to see what it was and hit it, and that's what it opened up in the other window and fired off one of the little jump scare things or whatever. So he's been banned.
There you go. He had his 30 seconds in the limelight.
Yeah.
All right. So are we done? I'm sorry. Are we still on Fallout or is anything else?
No, I think we're done.
Hold on.
All right, because I want to talk about Neverwinter. I still can't believe I still can't believe it's me talking about this game. You know, it's an MMORPG. I don't play MMOs. I don't play RPGs.
Yes, you do.
Here I'm playing in this
You
one.
do now.
Yeah, I was gonna say you do now.
I do now, and yeah, we need to wrap the show up so I can go play some more. But this game has over 1.6 million people are playing this on Xbox One.
Wow.
And it has become the console's top free-to-play game of 2015, which, again, that's marketing spin. That's what is there. There's this in Happy Wars. So I don't think it's too big of a stretch to achieve that. But, oh boy.
It's probably also the top game with the word never in it.
There you go. And it's the number one game from Cryptic Studios. The company has also announced that they're going to have 5 free expansions that are coming to the game on Xbox One before the end of this year. And these expansions will feature notable D&D storylines such as Tyranny of Dragons and Elemental Evil. I can't express enough. I've talked about this game, guys. And you guys really haven't said anything. Have you guys at least downloaded it and tried it out, or have you done that yet?
I've downloaded it. Haven't tried it yet.
I have it downloaded, and I'm a level 2 or 3, maybe. I'm in the main area where it's just like run around and collect a bunch of stuff, like gear or whatever. Which I don't mind. It's nothing wrong with that. But I was that was like day 1 or 2 that it came out, and I had the stuttering issues. I think that they've since fixed.
Yeah, I pretty rare. On occasion, it'll freeze for a few seconds,
Yeah.
but I really have not had a lot of technical issues with the game, and I've been playing it since the start.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely recommend you guys giving this a try. It is a lot of fun. There's a lot to it. That's the hard part for someone like myself. Just you'll get lost, and there's so many things to do. I'm not sure if I'm doing certain things right. I feel like I need to read a 500-page manual just to figure out how to play the game. But just go with it and give it a try and see what you guys think. I definitely recommend it. We do have a TXL guild, so you can as long as you're on when I'm on, I can send you an invite. But you have to be like on, I think, and in the game for me to invite you to the guild. So we do have some people in the guild. I haven't checked on how many. I've been gone for a week, but yeah, it's just a lot of fun, and with five, and so, but that's another thing. 5 free expansion packs, so you don't have to pay anything for this game. I mean, I don't know how
Yeah.
many hours I have in it. I should look up launch my smart glass here and see if I can pull that up. But um, you don't have to pay anything, and you can get all, you can play the entire game. There's 5 expansion packs coming out before the end of the year, all free. I mean, this is a game that, again, it's made me kind of have an interest in maybe I should check out Elder Scrolls Online. But then again, I don't have to pay $60 to play this, and with all these expansion packs, it's going to run me. I probably can play this throughout the rest of the year and not need to jump over to another game of similar style. So, in fact, I was asking people on our Facebook group, why, should I go into that? Should I check it out? Is it something that, you know, I should try, or just stay with this? And, you know, so, but I definitely check it out, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pop it back in or whatever when I get some free time in the next couple of days. And if I see you on, maybe you can kind of walk me through and show me the ropes if I have any questions.
Well, one of the problems will be that because I'm a much higher level. Oh, hold on. I know.
He gets
he's
all
fighting
choked
off,
up.
Yeah, he's gonna fight now. He's fighting off.
He gets all
I'm
choked
holding
up.
them, trying to I had something else and I couldn't get to the screen to hit the mute button.
He's all choked up about Neverwinter.
Yeah.
I just don't want to cough in everybody's face. Now I forgot what I was going to say. Oh,
You're
the
a higher
problem is
level.
going to be, Brad, I'm too high of a level. I can't do probably a lot of the stuff that you're going to do. But I think for the main story stuff, I can still go into the areas and help fight the guys and help you out. So
Yeah, it was just a lot of, I was trying to play it. Maybe I was trying to rush too fast through it, but it was just like, if you go here, you can do this, and you do here, you go do this, and you get this from this person, and hey, run over here and grab this from this person, and then go talk to this person. I'm just like, why are you sending me to 50 different directions? Just,
Well,
make
I've
it
got
simple.
I got 29 hours in this game.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's more than I put into a lot of full retail games that I buy.
Yeah.
And that's the honest truth. I mean, a lot of them, especially when they hit you quick, you bust through the 8-hour campaign if it's even that long. Maybe play a few hours of multiplayer, and then you're on to the new hotness.
Mm-hmm.
This is a free game I didn't pay anything for, and I've got 30 hours in it already, and I'm only got like 21% of the achievements. It's not an achievement friendly game. It's going to take hours, lots of time to get them all, but it's there's a lot of content. I am blown away by how much content is in this free game. And I'm like, I still don't get how it can be free. There must be a ton of people paying for all the extra stuff, because there's a lot of stuff you can pay. And if you buy stuff, it is expensive. And I've looked at it. I think I've spent $10 on the game total, because you pick up these purple chests, and they're supposed to have all this rare stuff in it. And so I spent $10 to open up 9 of those boxes. That's what it cost me to just get 9 keys.
Jeez.
And there was really nothing in there. And I'm like, yep, I'm not doing this. I'm not getting into that whole Mass Effect 3, constantly spending money, because I spent a ton of money on Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. And that's why I didn't want to initially buy anything, because I was afraid I'd get into that. Well, thankfully, the content that I got for that $10 was worthless. So I'm not buying squat, but there's so much to do in this game.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of people must be spending money for these guys to be able to do this and have this completely free and support it. It's mind blowing how much is in here.
There's a lot of good free games, and to answer, Mickey is asking a question. Anywhere where you can start from the start of the show? Yes, after we're finished, we do a highlight of the entire show on Twitch, and then we upload it to YouTube, so it's on our YouTube channel as well. And then the audio version will be pumped out to all the top podcast services out there within a day or so. So so some of the free games, and Todd, I hope I'm saying it right. It's just 1D instead of 2. But he mentioned Happy Wars. I didn't like Happy Wars as much, but I respect them giving us a free game. I mean, it was a cute game or whatever. My kids enjoyed watching, playing it, or playing it. So it is free. Now, Mark, I know you're probably not going to like what I'm going to say, but Warframe is another one of those free games.
Yeah, that's right.
But it came over to the console like after. I mean, it was huge on the PC. Tons of people playing it on the PC, and it was actually the game looks fantastic. I mean, it is a well put together game that's free. You can spend money if you want, but you don't have to.
Yeah, that came out right before Destiny, if I recall.
Yeah, when it
I
came
remember
over to
trying
the
it.
consoles.
It was just, I think I didn't like the. There was something about the movement, like the way your character moved or something. It was just to me, it was a little off. I couldn't quite get that down, but yeah, if I would have gone into settings and maybe changed some, if there's controller settings, maybe I could have smoothed it out a bit. But yeah, I mean, Destiny was right behind it, so I never really gave Warframe a shot. But I do know I do see people still playing it today on my friends list, so I know they like it.
Right. We are dropping frames, by the way.
Well, that's not good.
No, it's not good. It's almost like somebody's trying to upload something at my house.
Kick them off. Kick them off.
So
No Netflix.
yeah, just to let you know, something's going on.
We better wrap it up then before we lose the whole show.
Yes. All right. So that's it for that. Or that's it for the round table. One more thing to add. It will be quick. Is the patch for Destiny that you mentioned it has been delayed. It's not saying that the expansion's being delayed, but the patch leading to the expansion has been delayed. I guess they have an update problem or something like that. So they'll let you know more if it will be delayed. Community, let's hit that. First off, if since you're a part of the community, if you would like to, oh my gosh, more frames are dropping. As a member of the community, if you want to show off that you enjoy our community, enjoy our show, you can go to cafepress.com/thisxboxlife and purchase one of the many different things with the TXL logo and show it off at the office. So, or make it a good anniversary gift. It's my 10-year anniversary here in a couple hours. Maybe I'll get my wife a TXL t-shirt. She'll love that, right?
Why wouldn't she?
Yes. So, all right. So also, let me move to the next thing. So for any community, there's many ways to contact us. You have voicemails and emails. So to leave us a voicemail, you go to thisxboxlife.com and click on the send voicemail button on the right. Follow the prompts and send us a voicemail. Do not have any voicemails for this week. Another thing you can do is send us an email. You can write to us at contact@thisxboxlife.com. And we do have a few emails this week. So, Rob, would you like to... Oh, go ahead, Mark.
No, make Rob Urban's keep.
Yes, Rob.
Yeah, that's right.
Have fun. Enjoy.
All right. So first up, we got a message from SithLord66 where he was asking about the Infinities 3.0 podcast because, as Brun had mentioned a little bit ago, the show is available on Twitch as a highlight on our channel or whatever you want to call it on Twitch. It's also on our YouTube channel. So you can also check out the video on there. And then we get the podcast released usually within about 24 hours. I got to plug in. I unplugged my laptop.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that would not be good for the show.
What's going on this week? What is going on this week?
I get 10% power. Okay, so last week's show got delayed. We kind of mentioned that at the beginning of this show, I believe. It got delayed due to some audio issues that we had with the recording that I had. So it is out now, and I'm sure that Sith Lord has listened to it, hopefully, since it came out. Then we got another message from D. Prescott 01. Wrote in, good afternoon, gents. I have a couple of things to share, but first let me introduce myself. I'm an older gamer, maybe too old at 45,
Not too
but
old.
that's right. That's right. And then, but I'm a developer and an indie game developer. So I have a cheesy rationale for it. Nothing on the market yet. I'm halfway through my first game, a 2D side scroller space shooter. I'm temporarily starting or temporary. Hello. Let me start that over.
Temporarily.
See, what's going on here is my old eyes don't like this teeny tiny type. I have to bump it up here a little bit so I can read it. Okay. Um, Nothing on market yet. I'm halfway through my first game, a 2D side scroller space shooter I'm temporarily calling Starhammer. I'm a long-term veteran of all things RPG. Started playing D&D and Gamma World around fourth grade and have probably all RPGs worth mentioning through, or I've played all RPGs worth mentioning throughout my life. Currently consumed by Neverwinter on Xbox One. Loving it big. But they all get old after so much abuse. Now, about you. I have a 2 hour commute to work in Boston, Massachusetts, every day. I have somewhat recently realized that I no longer like talk shows and music, basically saturated. So I decided to start listening to podcasts. One of my personal favorite topics is, of course, Xbox. That's where you come in. Every morning and every afternoon, you guys are my co-pilots, and I want to thank you with all sincerity for this pleasure. Plus, I want to share a couple thoughts. First, I want to say, and I think the name was Mark, who mentioned that he tried Shadows of Mordor and didn't think much of it. I understand your logic, Mark. A game has got to catch you quick before you get bored and move on to the one of thousands of great titles out there. But, dude, this is not the typical game to place into this category. It is one of those phenom games that will eat your soul and not defecate uh, until many hours of pure orc killing bliss. This game is an absolute blast, but it takes a little time to get your wings. It's so very worth it. Second, this is for all of you, please, with great emphasis on please, do mention the game's name you are discussing more frequently in your conversations. If I miss the initial sentence when you initiate a rant, I have to rewind to find out what game you're talking about. It's killing me, and more importantly, it's going to kill me because I'm rewinding while I'm doing 70 on the Massachusetts Pike.
Yeah.
In all truth, you can't really do much more than 2 miles per hour on the Pike. With all that said and done, I love you guys. Thanks for the daily indirect company on my painful commute to work. Peace, love, and hair grease, bros. If you ever have any cues about RPGs, feel free to email me. I have quite a history on that specific genre. That was an awesome email.
Yes, very cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I do notice on our chat when we talk, people are like, "Okay, what game you talking about? What game you
Yeah.
talking about?" I think Ninja might have done it a couple of times in here and stuff like that. So very cool. Well, I'm glad that you found our podcast and you listened to it. I was going to rattle off some other podcasts for him to listen to, not gaming related, of course. You know, I don't want to give out any competition or anything. But Serial's a good one. Welcome to Night Vale's a good one. Radio Lab's a good one. Criminal is also a good one. And then, of course, you can do Opie Radio and stuff like that. But yeah, some of those cool little ones that I use to pass the time because I don't have a 2 hour commute. I only have an hour, but I do know what you mean. So,
And there's always this board game life.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brun.
Yes, this board game.
And even though they don't give us a shout out, you can always listen to Achievement Hounds.
Yeah.
They
Uh,
are they are still what's the term? They're still part of the TXL family, even if they tried to leave us behind. I will always consider them part of our family.
um, Mickey got hit for banned words. I'm trying to read his thing and figure out he didn't say. Oh, okay, he might have. He says I really enjoy Daisy and H1Z1, but it's just too bad with people cheating now. I was going to try Reign of Kings, but I've heard that's even worse. Hope they clamp down on these, whatever word he typed, uh, whips soon. So, yeah. Oh dear, LOL is what. Yeah, so I'm not sure why it hits you up for the all previous messages that you typed in. So yeah, you really gotta watch that sometimes. But cool. I thought we had it where it just would star it out, and then once you did it a couple times, it would knock you out for about 5 minutes. But I'm glad it didn't knock
Time
you
to
out
get
forever.
back into those settings there, Brown.
I know. So, but all right.
Well, thank you for the email. We do appreciate
Yes,
it.
yeah, that's awesome, and we'll try to work on and emphasis on try to work on mentioning the games when we're ranting or doing this and doing
That
that.
is tough,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I understand from the listeners'
yeah,
What we
perspective
could
that
do
is
is
annoying.
when someone's talking about a game or something, someone else that's like not talking, like see, Rob could have just been every once in a while just yelling out Destiny, Division,
Now
just
I
right
was
in the middle
purposely
of someone talking.
I was saying Neverwinter
Never
while
winter.
yeah. Disney Infinity
you were talking.
3.0. Whisper. So yeah, yeah,
All
cool.
right.
All right. Next on the list is Twitter. We don't have any Twitter messages directly to us, but feel free to do so at twitter.com/thisxboxlife. And also hit us up on our Facebook group. We've had a ton, I don't want to say a ton, what, 5, 6 new requests in like the last, I think we're doing like 1 a day or 2 a day maybe sometimes. Um, so remember, we have a closed group just to, but you can request. We usually check out how long you've been on Facebook and so on. If you are brand new to Facebook,
Got no friends.
and you have 0 friends, we don't know what to really do. So that's where you might want to tweet us or send us an email or a voicemail or say something like, hey, I'm so-and-so. I'm 0 friends on Facebook, but want to get in the group, and we will put you in. We had that happen once, so please understand if we revoke you or something or deny it, just let us know. You know what I mean? Because I actually hit denied on one, and I was just like, oh no, I accidentally hit the wrong button. So it does happen. So
Yeah, and we're only looking to block out the spammers because
Yeah.
they're pretty annoying for everybody.
Yep.
so
And I also want to mention another thing about the Facebook group, and this is an awesome place for those folks where, like, you could be a gamer or like you could be into Xbox, and you don't know a lot of people, a lot of your friends that are into the same stuff. Here's a place where you can go in and you can talk about Xbox, you can talk about gaming, along with other people that just love the same stuff as you do. So, that's an awesome aspect of the community on Facebook.
yeah, and it's one place I know, Mark, every once in a while, or Rob yourself, you'll go out and put out like, hey, throw out some topics for us, so we can hit it on the show, or so feel free if you guys like, hey, I have a topic I'd like to hear about, maybe other people might want to hear about, and put it out there, and a bunch of other people like, yeah, we want to hear your information on that, and put your 2 cents in there, and we'll talk about it. I mean, round table's round table. It doesn't have to be the latest and greatest news from this week. It could be anything out there. Or if you find an interesting article or something like that, tweet, this Xbox Life, or you can tweet me if you want and say, hey, thought this would be something interesting for the show. We like to have are the people that listen to the show and hang out and stuff. We like to have your input. We like to talk about what you. I mean, you can sit here and listen to us ramble on about Disney Infinity 3.0. But you know, let's talk about stuff you guys want to hear about as well. So
I think they want to hear us talk about the new releases.
yes. So Facebook.com/groups/this Xbox Life. Rob,
Yes.
what's out this week?
Releases.
Yes.
All right, a couple two tree things here coming up for the Xbox One. We have Nero releasing on the 15th, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt coming on the 19th, Farming Simulator 15th or 15 on the 19th. So it's Farming Simulator 15 on the 19th.
Yep.
Hold off on
Destiny.
the last one.
What?
This one was delayed, right? The next one?
The patch leading up to the expansion has been delayed.
Won't that? Okay.
They don't know if it's going to push the whole thing out or not.
Okay. Well, put that caveat. This is the scheduled date, and it
Yeah.
may change.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you're wondering what they're talking about, that is Destiny House of Wolves.
Destiny. Nice. Perfect timing on that one.
Awesome.
Oh, jeez, cow.
Wow. Great minds think alike.
Yeah. D Prescott.
All right.
D Prescott 01 better be liking that. So, if you want to.
Not what I think he had in mind.
Yeah.
And he's listening to his car. I hope he's a nice sound system that's turned up real loud, and all he hears is us, you know.
With your sultry voices. Or something.
Because I'm playing with it again.
Yeah.
All right, so then for the 360, we've got Farming Simulator 15 on the 19th, once again, and Destiny House of Wolves on the 19th.
Mickey, you ought to let us know how your dad enjoys farming sim. So I have played one before.
Have you guys played Goat Simulator?
No,
I still
seen
can't
it.
believe that's a game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen it. It's more of just like a goof game, but yeah.
It's whenever I think of that Goat Simulator, I always think of those goats that scream like people on YouTube. Did you guys
No.
ever see that?
Nah, nah. Yeah.
That just cracks me up. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, go on YouTube and search for goats screaming like humans or something like that. It's just
Oh,
it's
I know
so
what you're talking
silly.
about. Yeah, they do a couple commercials.
They're like, ah,
yeah. So yeah.
they sound like people.
Yeah. And Mickey wants us to talk about Gears of War Remastered all of the time. We have talked about it in previous shows, and I'm sure we'll talk about it when E3 rolls around, because I'm pretty sure it'll be there.
Oh, yeah.
But all right. Where can they get these games, Rob?
A very good question. One place you can definitely go to is Amazon.com. Just make sure to use this Xbox Life affiliate link when you go. That gives this Xbox Life just a tiny credit for sending you their way. So we get a little bit of a something, I guess, from them, and doesn't cost you anything extra. So go to thisxboxlife.com and click on the Amazon link in the top right corner of the page. And you can search for whatever you want after that.
Cool. All right. I think that is all. And we have stopped dropping frames a while ago, which was quite nice. Must have been a little hiccup on the internet here.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I apologize. So, hi, Vengeful. How are you? So, I see him in there. So, he says he's going to try farming sim since he grew up on a farm.
That's Farmville, isn't it?
Farmville, baby.
Oh, my goodness. Yep.
I
let's-
gotta go water Rob's crops.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember that, man.
Oh, gee whiz, me too.
We don't have much money. That was Zynga, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that when they were huge and then they got bought and now they just laid off like a ton of people?
Oh,
So-
like
That was
everybody.
before Don Matrick went over there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He got let go.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Zing!
Yeah, it's funny that like,
God.
I remember. I remember when it's like
We are
anytime
on
games,
today.
people would
Yeah.
play games or do something on, on iOS or something like that, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, Zynga bought the game, and everybody's just like like it just tanked immediately once they found out that Zynga bought them. It was almost like what would happen when like Facebook would buy a website or something. Everybody would just be like, one of
Move
those
on.
things. But yeah, all right, that's all I got. You guys have anything else?
Nope.
All right.
No, I want to go play Neverwinter. So come on, let's go.
All right. Well, with that, I am Brun, BJ Swick33. Everybody have a good one.
I'm Rob, also known as Presar. Thanks for listening, everybody. Catch y'all next week.
And I'm Mark, aka Wingman709. Take it off.